Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the THW NHL News and Rumors Rundown. My name is Jim Parsons. I'm here with the HockeyWriters.com. Tons to go through, some big news. Of course, the huge story of the week involving the Edmonton Oilers. But there's lots to talk about. A couple quick ways you can follow us if you want to at the Hockey Writers on Twitter. You can go to the facebook.com/thehockeywriters page. You can go to the HockeyWriters.com. You can sign up for the morningskate.io newsletter. Lots of ways you can get a hold of all the content and information that our writers are pumping out here on a regular basis about the NHL. But let's get into some of the big stories already this week. Obviously, the huge one is that Evander Kane officially signed with the Edmonton Oilers, a one-year deal. He might get about $1 million. Cap hit was about $2 million. Played one game already against the Montreal Canadiens. Scored the very first goal of the game. It was the first goal the Oilers have scored in a game against an opponent in about 17 contests. So this was already a huge win for Edmonton. Lots to talk about what this is going to mean next. He's playing on a line with Connor McDavid and Kyler Yamamoto, but there could be more coming. Why would the Oilers sign Evander Kane if not to add other pieces to round out this team, who has now won 4 in a row and wants to add a goaltender, a left shot defenseman, and maybe some depth. So we'll see what the Oilers do now that Evander Kane is in the fold. Obviously, he'll have to get warmed up with the Oilers, probably a little fatigued, having not played a game in the NHL yet this season other than the one for Edmonton. So things looking good for the Oilers, but of course there's still talk about his off-ice issues and how that might affect the team, a story that we're going to keep our eyes on as we go along here. Carey Price, goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens, has addressed the media, spoke with them on Sunday, talked about his future. He wants to come back. He wants to be a Montreal Canadian. He's not 100% sure that he'll be able to. He's got faith and confidence in the training staff that they'll be able to bring him back up to speed, and he would like to play. But he's just not really sure what his future looks like at this point. So we're still watching. We're still waiting. We'll see what happens with the Montreal Canadiens. Carey Price does not want to play anywhere else. He's not interested in going anywhere else. He's not interested in retiring, but he's not really sure what the situation looks like for himself at this point. Canadians could really use him, but at this point, Montreal's out of it. They're going to be moving pieces, trading off assets, including Jeff Petrie potentially, who has been told by the Montreal Canadiens that they are looking to trade him. If they can find a trade partner, they will absolutely move Jeff Petrie. Lots of talk surrounding the Vancouver Canucks, including JT Miller, not officially being shopped by a team, but they are listening to calls. If there is a trade offer that the Vancouver Canucks like, they will move JT Miller in a deal before the trade deadline. Otherwise, there's no real rush on this. They could do it in the offseason. His value would still be very high. But there are teams calling, Boston among them. Lots of teams interested. The asking price is massive, though. But he's not the only player out of Vancouver that could be moved. Connor Garland might be out there. Tanner Pearson, even Brock Besser could be a part of this thing. Yaroslav Halak is already a goaltender that's been thrown out there a couple times. So we'll see. Alex Chason maybe another two. Vancouver could be busy. Jim Rutherford is looking to shape this team in his own image. So if he moves a lot of pieces and he's not shy about making trades, we'll see what happens in Vancouver. Josh Manson is a target for a few teams, although he did get injured in a game just recently. So we'll see where that injury situation keeps him or puts him at the trade deadline. But he's a pending unrestricted free agent. There are teams calling about him out of Anaheim. Toronto is one of them. Now, we're not sure what the salary cap situation would look like for Toronto, whether or not he's high on their list or low on their list or what have you. But Josh Manson is getting interest. But at this point, we don't know if Anaheim's even a seller. Anaheim's second in the Pacific Division. They might want to hang on to Josh Manson. When a new GM comes in there, they might want to re-sign him. We'll see. But he is a guy to keep an eye on. If the Anaheim Ducks do sell or he's not going to stay, he might get moved by the team. And finally, Claude Giroux is among the many names out of Philadelphia who could be on the move here. The Flyers are going to be rebuilding. They've already said that this is going to be a new team next year. They're going to change some faces. Rasmus Ristolainen is a guy they'd like to re-sign, but everybody else is probably up for grabs here. So Claude Giroux is potentially on the move, pending unrestricted free agent. He's kind of the face of the franchise in Philadelphia. Colorado's apparently a team that could be interested here, although we're not sure how the salary would work. Keep in mind, Giroux makes a lot of money, so there's going to be a retention here if it goes. But he'll be a guy to watch. If he is officially moved by Philadelphia, if he's open to it, if they want to move him, he'll be the biggest piece, potentially supplanting or moving over Thomas Hertl, San Jose, as the guy to watch when it comes to the trade deadline. So we'll keep our eyes on this one. That's going to do it for this week, guys. Don't forget, check out thehockeywriters.com for everything else. News and rumors, articles every day on the site so you can kind of keep up to speed with what's going on. We'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the NHL, and we'll see what Evander Kane does playing again tonight against the Ottawa Senators. Take care.